Thank you all so much for being here. Come on in, everybody. I know we are getting ready to go live on Food Talk TV in 1 minute, but I always like to come on here a little bit early with you all. Hello to TikTok, my TikTok, and hello to my Instagram. You all can see me, but I can't see you. If you want to hop on over to Food Talk TV, it's 5 o'clock. So we're going to go live over there. We're going to be making a sweet potato breakfast sandwich, but I'm going to make it with butternut squash. Y'all know me and my substitutes. So if we have any moderators here, I'm not ignoring you all. I will come back after the stream. You all can watch behind the scenes, but I just want to let you know, if you want to see the whole thing, go to Food Talk TV. Let me get my uniform on. Go to Food Talk TV. And I can engage with you all there, or you can just kind of watch quietly from the clouds. So come on in, everybody. Hope you all had a good Thanksgiving. We're gonna do a little something. All right. So it's gonna sound like an infomercial, but I'll be repeating myself over and over again. All right, hope everybody's good. Come on in. It's always something. All right, here we go. All right, everybody, come on in. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie on Food Talk TV. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher, and today we are going to be making a breakfast sandwich. It's going to be a butternut squash, sausage, egg, and cheese waffle sandwich. Have I ever made this before? No. Has it ever stopped us? No. A recipe came up in my feed. I wanted to recreate it with you all. Hopefully you all had a good Thanksgiving. If you got some sweet potato lying around, this could be something that you can do with leftovers, or if you just like a little sweet and savory, this is for you. All right, so come on in. If you like these kind of recipes, just go ahead and tap that screen. We have 0 likes. Let's see if we can get one person to like this recipe. I make food and femininity content, and I'm with you all Fridays, 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central. Make sure you are subscribed to Food Talk TV, the home of the longest live cooking show on TikTok. Thank you all so much. 65 likes. There's live cooking content every day of the week, multiple times a day. All right, except for Sundays, it's special guests. Thank you for the badges, Phil. Thank you, baby girl. Thank you, Caroline. All right, so let me show you all what we are making today, and then we're going to go ahead and get the ingredients out. So this came up in my feed from the feed. So let's see if we can make this. Potato waffle. Sweet potato waffle.
If you have a waffle maker, you have to try this. Sprinkle a little cheese right onto your waffle maker. Lay the sweet potato pieces on top, press it down, and let it cook until it's golden and looking like the snack of your dreams. Stack on some sausage, melted cheese, an egg, a drizzle of hot honey, and boom. A sweet potato waffle on its own, amazing. But a breakfast sando, next level.
All right, so put the waffle emoji if you would eat this. So we're gonna put sweet potato, or I'm gonna use butternut squash. She used Parmesan. I'm gonna use Pecorino Romano. We're gonna make that into a waffle. So that's gonna be our bun. Let's see if it works. Then we're gonna do a sausage, egg, and cheese. I'm gonna show you all my substitutes and then drizzle with hot honey. Oh my gosh. I'm excited and a little bit nervous. All right, so let's go ahead and clean off the counters. Then we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna try and recreate this breakfast sandwich, and I'll walk you all through my substitutes along the way. I am your substitute teacher because I cook with sugar substitutes, dairy substitutes, and gluten substitutes. All right, so come on in, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate it. We are up to 460 likes. Thank you. All right, let's clean off the counter. 1 second, here I come, y'all. So if you like breakfast for dinner, I've heard people call it Brenner, or sometimes you can eat breakfast any time of the day, then this is a recipe for you. All right, so come on in, everybody. Let me get this little thing off of the screen so I can see y'all. All right. So again, this recipe and all of my recipes are on foodtalktv.com. And I am your substitute teacher because I cook with sugar substitutes, dairy substitutes, and gluten substitutes. I make food and femininity content. And if you're interested in any of my femininity content, we are running a Black Friday sale on the Finishing School for Ladies. All of that is at teachablemomentswithmaggie.com. All right, so let me wash my hands. Then I think what I want to do is we're gonna make this waffle. And I'm gonna show you all the substitute that I'm using, all right? If you eat sweet potatoes, it looked like she just put the sweet potato on there, skin and all. So if you have some sweet potato, but the way my mind works is you could also use regular potato. So many people are cooking in their waffle makers now. And I used to do that a lot. If you're part of the keto community, then you're probably familiar with a chaffle. This is similar to that. That's a cheese and egg waffle if you want to be low carb. Okay, so again, in order to make this sweet potato waffle, she used sweet potato and it looked like Parmesan. Let me show you what I have. Okay, so I got this from the frozen section. So this is butternut squash. So this is going to be my substitute for sweet potato. So it gives you that creamy kind of squashy, if that's a word, experience. Not as dense as a sweet potato, but let's see if it does the trick. All right, so this is frozen. Thank you, Eddie, for the badges. I appreciate y'all coming in. We have 460 likes. Let's see if we can get to 500. You can tap the screen if you like this recipe, and thank you for the badges. All right, so let's see. Does this steam in the bag? Oh, no, you got to cook this on the stove? Okay. Oh, you can. We can do this in the microwave. Let's go ahead and do this in the microwave. You can do it on the stovetop or the microwave. I thought this was a steam bag because what I'm trying to get is the cooked consistency of a sweet potato. So let's just go ahead and do that. Let's put it in a dish in the microwave. I think I have, let's see. I know, y'all. I know. Disaster. All right. So it says get a microwave safe dish. So I just have a glass dish here. We're going to open up our butternut squash. Thank you all so much. I appreciate the badges, Cat Dog. We're over 525 likes. Let's see if we can get to 550. So we have our butternut squash here. So it's going to kind of look like carrot, but, oh, hold on. We lost one. All right. So we have our frozen butternut squash, and it says in a microwave safe dish, heat the butternut squash 3 to 4 minutes with a small amount of water. So I'm just going to put like a little bit of water to kind of steam. And then I'll put this in the microwave and we'll do 4 minutes. I'm going to try and get it to the consistency where it's a little bit mashable, kind of like it would be if we had cooked it. All right, so let's just put this in the microwave. Hopefully the microwave is empty. All right. All right. So while that's cooking, we will get our waffle maker ready. So again, this recipe is for a sweet potato waffle. So you can use sweet potato. Again, if you see the recipe that we're recreating, she puts the sweet potato on there, skin and all. So that's what we're gonna try and recreate. All right, thank you so much. Is it Maisie for the badges? All right, sweet potato going in. Now, I'm using butternut squash. I'm going to use the whole bag. So this is frozen. This is a 10-ounce bag of butternut squash. All right. You can get these in the frozen vegetable section, and you can also get the steam bag, or I guess you could use fresh if you cook it as well. Okay. So they use the single serve waffle maker, the Dash mini waffle maker. And I do have those, but y'all know, why be regular when you can be extra? So let me show you all what I have. So yes, Dash makes the single size, but I also have this one, all right? So if you're cooking for the family, or if you're meal prepping, if you want to make several, then you can use this Big Mac Daddy. So we're going to use this. So I'm going to make, if I can, 4 butternut squash waffles. So I'm hoping that 10-ounce bag we can put on here with the cheese and make 4. Okay, so the waffle is just 2 ingredients. It's butternut squash, and they use Parmesan cheese. Let me show you all my substitute. Okay, so if you can have dairy, have some for me. I love dairy, it just doesn't love me back. So this is what I'm going to be using. This is from Publix. This is the grated Pecorino Romano. So this is gonna be my Parmesan substitute. So Pecorino Romano, you can see it's giving you that Parmesan experience, but this is made from sheep's milk. Now, when I say dairy free, because someone always has something to say, I have to avoid cow dairy. I can have goat's milk, sheep's milk, plant-based milk products. So this one right here, you can see it says made from sheep's milk. Something about the protein in cow dairy I don't tolerate. All right, so I just love to give you all some substitutes. But if you can have Parmesan cheese, use Parmesan cheese. I am using Pecorino Romano. All right, so what we're gonna do now is go back. If you watch the video, because y'all know how this stuff goes by really fast. If you watch the video, it looks like they just put that big waffle chunk on there and it just turns into this. But it looks like we need to put a couple of times Pecorino Romano. So while our butternut squash is doing its thing, let me just give this a little wipe. I think what I'll do is preheat the waffle maker. Then we're going to sprinkle some Parmesan or Pecorino Romano. And then we're going to lightly mash up the butternut squash and then put it on here. Can you all see from where you are? Hopefully you can see. Okay. And then we will try and make 4 waffles and then set them aside. Then we'll make the sausage, egg, and cheese and assemble it together. And we have to make the hot honey. I have a sugar-free hot honey that I want to try and make. I ordered some, but it hasn't arrived. So we're just going to wing it. Cat Dog says, what band? What brand? It's Publix. Hold on, who's at the door? Is it delivery? I don't know. We'll get to it later. All right. So use whatever you can. All right. I am not the food police. Do whatever works for you. All right. So let me go ahead and open this. And our butternut squash should be ready in just a few moments. Come on in, everybody. We're at 696 likes. Let's see if we can get to 700. Can we get 4 more people to tap the screen? And if you like this recipe, you can share it with anyone who's pre-diabetic or diabetic. I am not a doctor. Do not listen to me. But hopefully this gives you some inspiration. If you feel like you have to avoid waffles, this could be a substitute for you. And I think it's even like paleo or Whole30. I don't know, y'all. Just do what works for you. All right, let's get this open. And then our butternut squash has finished in the microwave. All right, so this is going to be our Parmesan substitute. If you need a dry, salty, aged cheese, Pecorino Romano has worked for me. And I think, I don't know, but I think the less milk or the less moisture that's in the cheese, some of us who don't tolerate it well are better with the drier cheeses. So I got this one grated, but I'll also show you. You can also get this one. This is Locatelli. Shout out to our Italian brothers and sisters. This is Locatelli. You can also grate it yourself. Okay. So let's get our butternut squash out and let's see if it's mashable. Then we're going to try and make these waffles. Thank you, Maria, for the badges. Thank you, Troy, for the badges. Thank you, Diane. It's the best cheese yet. It's good stuff. Thank you so much, y'all. We're at 800 likes. Let's see if we can get to 1,000. 4 digits. All right. Come on in, everybody. Welcome. Woo, to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. Feels good in my hands. Okay, it's hot. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and today we are making a butternut squash waffle sausage, egg, and cheese. Substitute however you would like to. All right, so we steamed our butternut squash in the microwave for 4 minutes with a little bit of water. It was the frozen pack, so I'm gonna cover up the cheese so I don't make a mess. I had the frozen bag, so I'm just gonna get the masher, our potato masher. I'm not going to mash it all the way. Make sure y'all can see, but I'm just going to see. Yeah, I just want to make sure it's tender enough. And I'm actually going to get some of this water out. So I'm just going to strain it and put it back in because we don't want our waffle to be soggy. Ash says, I love your hair. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Tomorrow is a big day for me, you all. Go ahead and tell you I am a golden girl. Tomorrow is my 50th birthday. So I did a photo shoot today. So I got, all the stuff going on in the hair. So I just came back from a photo shoot for my 50th. So thank you for the compliment. Okay, let's get this strained out. So I'm just going to use the mesh strainer. I'm just going to pour this over the sink. See if we can get some of that water out. And then we'll put it back in here. And let me go ahead and plug up the waffle maker. When the light goes on red, it's warming, and then it'll turn green when it's ready. All right. We'll see if we can make 4 waffles. Hot. It's hot. Okay. So come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. Today we are making the recipe is a sweet potato sausage, egg, and cheese. So we're just going to vamp for time. I'm waiting for my waffle maker to turn from red to green. So you can see here, she makes the waffle from sweet potato. I'm using butternut squash. So we're going to put sausage, cheese, and egg, some everything but the bagel seasoning, and hot honey. Thank you, Ash, for the badges. Thank you all so much. We are at 2,700 likes. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. Make sure you are subscribed to Food Talk TV. Food Talk TV has live cooking content every day of the week, multiple times a day. I am not a real chef. I just play one on the internet. All right, I mess up all the time, but they have actual cooking experts. I'm just a mom on the internet who know what they're doing, all kinds of different cuisine, and you can learn, and all of the recipes are on foodtalktv.com. All right. So far, if you're just coming in, we haven't really done anything except for I started with a package of butternut squash. If you have sweet potato left over from the holidays, this could be a substitute for you. You can repurpose those leftovers. So this was a package of butternut squash. I put it in the microwave for about 4 minutes. And then what we're going to do when our waffle maker gets to temperature, we're going to take the pecorino romano. We're going to do layers. We're going to do a layer of sprinkled cheese. Then we're going to put the butternut squash on. And then we're going to put another layer of sprinkled cheese and close it. And hopefully we come out with a waffle. As I always say, have I ever done this before? No. Why would I do that? I just like to come on here with you all and try recipes that come up in my feed. And I'm like, let's try it together. So if you like team sweet, this is going to be for you. If you like team savory, this is going to be for you. Thank you so much, you all. We made it to 4,000 likes. I appreciate it. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie on Food Talk TV. We are preheating the Dash waffle maker, and I'm using the big one. You can also use, I think I have the small one. They do make, oh, I think I just heard it click. Walk away, and that's what happens. I was just going to show y'all. You can also use the single serve one as well. Oh, it hasn't clicked yet. You can get them in square. You can get them in round. You can get them in heart shaped. You can get them in all kinds of different shapes. All right. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, y'all are coming in. Thank you all so much. We're at 4,500 likes. Hopefully everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. You can let me know what your favorite Thanksgiving dish is if you celebrate. Yeah. So we're just waiting for this to preheat. I'm usually not a preheater. I would just go ahead and get in there. But what will end up happening is it will start the cooking process as it's coming to temperature, and it might overcook. And we mess up enough over here. Okay, so it just turned green. All right. So we're gonna go in with the pecorino romano. This is my dairy-free cheese made from sheep's milk. So it's gonna be gluten-free because we're using butternut squash and not waffle batter. So can y'all see? All right, so I'm putting like a teaspoon of pecorino romano. The cheese is gonna give it the crispiness and kind of bind it. I've seen on some recipes too, they mix a little bit of egg in here, but I'm trying to follow their recipe. All right, so let me get another spoon. Gosh, it's bubbling up already. Yikes. Focus, Maggie. All right, so I'm gonna see if I can make 4 of these. All right, so I'm just gonna put like 2 tablespoons of butternut squash on here, or sweet potato. We're gonna just try and make them even. I'm excited. It's like a cooking experiment. You never know what's gonna happen. I don't know. You know, when I cook for the family, when I cook for Mr. President, or when I cook for the boys, they're not here for all of this messing around and fooling about. They just want me to make the same 5 things on repeat. So I get excited when I get to come in here with you all. Okay, so you all can see, I'm just gonna try and use the back of the spoon and just kind of press it down a little bit. Then we're gonna go in with another layer of the pecorino romano. Just wanna try and get even waffles. So we don't have the gaps in our waffles. Y'all know how that goes. Okay, so going back in with another layer of cheese or a teaspoon. Please work. Please work. Y'all know. And if this does work, there's so many recipes for like meal prep breakfast sandwiches. You can make these in advance and freeze them and then reheat them if you have to work outside of the house. All right, hopefully you all can see. I'm gonna go ahead and close it. I'm pressing down a little bit. I'm here for the sizzle. Okay, steam. Okay, I'm just gonna move that, move it back a little bit. That squash has got a lot of moisture in there, so it's hot. Okay, now what are we gonna do? I'm gonna get a wire rack. But if you watch the video, let me show y'all again. So she puts the butternuts, she puts the sweet potato, cheese, and then she opens it and you notice how she puts some more cheese to crisp it up. So we'll give it a few minutes and then it probably will need a little bit more cheese. Let's see how it goes. In the meantime, we're gonna have to make our sausage, egg, and cheese. So I bought some turkey sausage. So this is what I'm going to use. We're actually going to make our own patties because when you buy the turkey sausage patties, they're about this big, but we want the best bite is when you take a bite and you have a little bit of everything in there, a little bit of cheese, a little bit of sausage, a little bit of egg. All right. So I'm going to try and make 4 quarter pounders. Oh my God, so massive. All right. So let's go ahead and clean this up. We'll leave the cheese out, but let's clean our dishes. Mom always says, clean as you go. So let's rinse this off. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays. Taryn, you love turkey sausage? Yeah, absolutely. If you can have the regular, have some for me. You can have pork sausage, or if you've got some extra bacon lying around, or since we're using some Thanksgiving leftovers, if you have some ham left over, you could just put that inside. You could make a ham, egg, and cheese. I've seen so many like recreations with your Thanksgiving leftovers. We're at 7,000 likes. Thank you all so much. Come on in. Hello, Mustard Queen. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. Today, we are making a butternut squash waffle, sausage, egg, and cheese. All right. So let's put the cheese away. All right. So I'm going to wait for the light to come on. It turns green when it's at temperature, and then it should turn green again when it's cooked. All right. So if you've just come in, this is the goal. So far we had some butternut squash, and we put this in the waffle maker with some pecorino romano, or if you can have dairy, use your Parmesan cheese. All right. I'm just sharing my substitutes with you all. All right. So let's move that. And let me get a bigger bowl. We're going to make this turkey sausage. We'll make some patties. And when our waffles come out, then I'm going to put them on the wire rack out of the way so they can kind of crisp up. If you make waffles or chaffles or anything in the waffle maker, sometimes when it comes out because of all the steam, it can be a little bit soft. But if you're here for, y'all know what I'm talking about. If you're team texture, let that air circulate around it and it'll get crispier. All right. All right. So let's go ahead. Some of y'all are team gloves. Some of y'all are not team gloves. Do what works for you. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get in here with this turkey sausage. So I have a 1 pound and I'm using the turkey sausage. This is the Jenny O brand. I like it because it's already got the seasoning in there. You can use ground turkey and do whatever you would like. All right. So I'm just going to open this up. Let me open it up over the sink because, you know, sometimes when you get in there, it kind of explodes a little bit. All right. There we go. Get a nice little slit in here. Then, and I'm just going to eyeball it. We're going to portion out 4 balls and kind of make our own breakfast sausage patties. And again, homemade is best if you can make it, but you could also buy the pre-made turkey sausage patties. In my opinion, they're just a little bit smaller. And y'all know we are team greedy, so we want it bigger. Hold on, this has been a minute, y'all. We need to check on these waffles. 1 second. That green light has not come on, and I'm a little nervous. Let me clean my hands. Let's see what it's looking like. Y'all know I don't really time anything over here. Let's pull it forward so hopefully you can see. Please don't be messed up. Can y'all see? Okay, I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit more cheese. Now they're not perfectly circled. I wonder if I'm gonna sprinkle some more cheese and I'm gonna mash them a little bit. And again, the recipe uses Parmesan, but I'm using Pecorino Romano. Ouch, got me. Any dry cheese will work, even if you have like cheddar, it's fine. I would just try and go with a drier one. All right, I'm mashing with the back of the spoon wherever I have a little bit of those gaps in the waffle. I'm gonna try and press it towards the edges, just so our waffle looks slightly rounder. All right. And then we're gonna close it and let it continue to cook. And this was butternut squash, all right? So that's what's gonna give us the sweet potato substitute if I don't mess it up, which I always do. But using the back of the spoon to kind of fill it in, and we're just gonna let it keep cooking. Hopefully y'all can see a little bit of that, all right? All right, so let's see if we can make 4 sausage patties, and then, yeah, we gotta cook those. Y'all, I'm over here like, we got other stuff to cook. Come on in, everybody. We're at 7,900 likes. We made it to 8,000. Thank you, Babs, for the badges. All right, so let me get a little cutting board. And if you wanted to, you could add extra seasonings. This is 1 pound of ground turkey sausage. So I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it and get like this much, however much is this much, a handful. And we're just gonna make our own little patties. You know what I could do? Nah, it's fine. I'll put them in the skillet. I have like a griddle that can make the line marks, but we don't have all that kind of time. All right, so we're just gonna make some turkey breakfast sausages. Hello, Yolanda, come on in. Hello, Babs is here. We're at 8,900 likes. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher, and today we are making a butternut squash or sweet potato waffle sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich. So I'm just trying to make these a little bit bigger. Y'all, these are kind of big. They're like hamburger patties. All right, we're gonna do 4. Yeah. I was gonna say we only need 2, but let's go ahead and make all 4. We'll cook 2. All right, come on in, everybody. Thank you all so much. We're at 9,400 likes. Let's see if we can get to 10,000. Hopefully everybody had a good Thanksgiving. If you celebrate, we will round these out, and then we're gonna check on our waffles, and I'll probably take them out if they look kind of done. All right, so whatever size you like making. So this is like a handful for me, maybe small, but they're 1/4 pounders. I didn't measure them, but all right. And then the last one, so probably like orange size, whatever that is. We made it. We're over 10,000 likes. Thank you all so much. I'm not even gonna mess with this one. We'll just leave the tail end on there. So this was ground turkey sausage. So this was 1 pound of ground turkey sausage. And then we're gonna cook these in the skillet. And then when they're almost done, we'll put a slice of cheese on there so they can melt. Then we gotta do the egg. All right, so that's good. Let's get our waffles out. I can smell them. My mom taught me to cook with my senses. Don't just set it and forget it. When you smell it starting to burn, get it. All right, so we have 4 turkey sausage patties. I'm gonna move this behind me just for now. Clean my hands and let's get these waffles out. I think we're gonna call them. All right. All right, let's see how it looks. Hello, Trini is here. Okay, so I'm gonna unplug this. I don't know, can y'all see? I'm gonna take them out and put them on this air fryer rack just so they can kind of cool. This is butternut squash and pecorino romano. So let's see how they did. You can kind of cook everything in a waffle maker now, right? All right, let me turn it towards me so I can see what I'm doing. Y'all know it's always a struggle cooking class over here. All right, so let's see how this comes up. Please come up. Oh my gosh, please. I got a bad feeling. I got a feeling. Oh no. Okay. Not bad. It's a little softer, but I'm gonna be okay with it. We're gonna set it off to the side. I'm kind of getting underneath this side. Let me leave this up. Shoot. I don't want it to sweat underneath. Just stick it on top of another one. That's what keeps it crispy. You want that airflow underneath. So if you've got picky eaters in your family, kiddos or big kids or men or anybody who doesn't like to eat their veggies, the key is to put it in something they're going to eat. It's nice and crispy on the bottom, y'all. All right. Not perfect, but we have to. I think they'll crisp up some more. As they cool, they'll get harder. That's right, Babs. That's the spirit. Thank you, sweetheart. Y'all are always encouraging me. I see this stuff in my feed. I'm like, ooh, let's make that. Then I get in here and I'm like, why did I think this was a good idea? But we keep coming back week after week. All right, so we have 3. So again, the recipe used sweet potato, but if you want a lower blood sugar option, there's nothing wrong with sweet potato. They say it's like the world's best. If you could only eat one thing, the world's best, like all in one food. But I'm always doing stuff. So we have 4 waffles, all right? So they look pretty good, not all the way around, but it's okay. So I'm gonna set this behind me. I just have it up on top of another wire rack so it can cool. So we'll just move them over here, out of the way. Okay, so our waffles are done. That's half of it. Let's move the waffle maker, and we gotta cook some sausage. So let me just kind of wipe everything down since we had raw turkey. We want to be really squeaky clean. Let me get a towel. And I'm going to move the waffle maker. This will be a good one for the kids. Just, you know, moms and dads handle the hot stuff. But let them get in here and get comfortable in the kitchen. Cooking is a life skill. I think all of us should know the basics. You know, you're never a master of your craft. Clearly, I'm not. Mess up all the time. But I keep coming back. Oh, thank you so much, Naima. I just shared with you all. Y'all know this isn't my usual, but tomorrow is the big day. I am 50 tomorrow, so I am your golden girl. And I did a photo shoot today. If you want to see some behind the scenes, let me know and I'll post it. But they did hair and makeup, so that's why I look like this today. So I wanted to commemorate being half 100. All right? Thank you so much for the compliments. I appreciate it. Okay. So let's clean this off. Then we're going to cook our sausage patties in the skillet until they're nice and brown. Then we'll put some cheese on there. And then all that's left is the egg. All right. Hello, Adelina. Thank you so much for being here. Bab says, when the boys were young, did they cook with you? Absolutely. Some of my best memories, just like my mom did with me and my brother, get the little stools for the kiddos. When the boys were young, they'd be in the kitchen with me. Here's a mom hack if you want one. And none of this is sponsored, but we did those like HelloFresh meals and any of those meal kits. You can get them from the grocery store that have the instructions. And I would set one up over there and one here. And then I would be on the stove and give them their instruction card and give them their steps so they can follow along. But yeah, both boys know how to cook. They're 18 and 16. Y'all know Marcus is a Marine now. But yeah, they know how to cook pretty much everything. And it's good to know. All right. So let's get the skillet. We are going to cook our turkey patties. So let's go ahead and plug this up. Come on in, everybody. We're at 15,000 likes. Oh, thank you so much. No name. I appreciate the compliment, y'all. I do have some makeup on, but I do try to take care of my skin. Monthly facials. All right. That's it. You don't have to do much to it. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and turn this on. So I'm just going to use this pan because it's big enough, hopefully, to do all four. And if you guys are just coming in, this is the goal. We are making a sweet potato. Okay, I'm substituting butternut squash. So we've already done this. We did butternut squash and pecorino romano cheese to make these waffles. Then we're going to top it with turkey sausage, cheese, egg, everything but the bagel seasoning, and some hot honey. Let's see how it comes together. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, you love the cooking and you love the babies. Yeah, absolutely. Family's everything. That's all that matters. Believe me, especially the older I get. And I got a milestone tomorrow, and I am so happy. I'm so happy to be here. All right. So this is warming up. Come on in, everybody. So we have 4 turkey sausage patties. We only need 2. Let's see if we'll cook 2. And these are our butternut squash waffles. They're starting to stiffen up a little bit. They're still kind of warm. We're going to let these crisp up over here. All right. So probably don't have to, but I'll put just a little bit of oil in here. I use an MCT oil. I think when you're cooking sausage, it's going to come out with its own oil, but just because, all right? We don't want it to char. Not a fan. It's just what was approved for me because it's smoky. Do I want to use this? I'll use some avocado oil because it really gets smoky. I don't want to do that to y'all. Come on in, everybody. Oh, you like the nails too, man. Y'all see everything. Thank you so much. Come on in, everybody. We're at 16,000 likes. Let's see if we can get to 17,000. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher, and today we are making a butternut squash waffle, sausage, egg, and cheese. All right. Let me get some avocado oil. You can also do cooking spray just to keep it light. Oops. Let me get a brush. Thank you, Kenya, for the badges. We're at 17,000 likes. Thank you all so much. Come on in. Make sure you are subscribed to Fttv. Fttv has live cooking content every day of the week, multiple times a day. I'm with you all on Fridays at 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. Every day of the week, I think except for Sundays, they have like special guests and all that good stuff. All right, so we got this on kind of a medium. Let's see if all of them. All right, maybe I didn't turn it up high enough. I'm gonna go ahead and cook all 4. Yeah, it's starting to sizzle. This induction gets hot pretty fast. If you like this recipe, you can tap the screen. If you know anybody that needs to make some changes to their diet, especially as we get older, you can share out this recipe. All right. So we're going to let these cook and then turn them over and then add some cheese, and I'll show you all the cheese that I'm using. Let me clean this up and wash my hands again since we had raw turkey. Come on in, everybody. We made it to 18,000 likes. Thank you. Come on in. We are making, I want to say sweet potato waffles because that's the original. All right, sweet potato waffles. You can absolutely do this with sweet potato. But I'm your substitute teacher because I'm always trying stuff. Always trying stuff. Oh. Yeah, it's got a lot coming out of steam. All right. So I'm doing everything from nothing. Oh, you love the cabinets. Thank you, Kenya. Y'all see everything. So I'm doing everything from nothing, but you could absolutely do some shortcuts. Let's see. We're doing turkey sausage. You could do pork sausage. You could do. You could buy the already cooked sausage. You could do bacon, turkey bacon, regular bacon, or if you have some Thanksgiving leftovers, excuse me, you could do ham. Whatever you like in your breakfast sandwich. All right. So this is the goal. Yeah, Bab says turkey meat has a lot of water in it. Yeah, you can already see. Can y'all see? You can see it's already kind of coming out, but that's okay. I guess I could. You know what? Let me put a paper towel in here. Y'all know that hack you can do with like oil. I'll just sop up some of that so that we can try and get it to sear a little bit. All right. Well, this is turkey sausage, so it's going to be a little bit lower in fat, but it's going to be higher in water, clearly. All right. So get that out. We'll let those brown. I'll turn it up just a little bit higher. And I don't know what type of cheese they use on there. You can use whatever cheese you like. We have the Kraft cheese. Oh, thank you so much for the flowers, Ormo. We have the Kraft cheese, but I'm going to show you all another dairy-free substitute that I have. And this order came from Publix, so everything that I've gotten came from Publix. All right. This is what I'm going to be using for the cheese. This is Manchego cheese. This is another sheep's milk cheese from Spain, but it's in the slices. So you can get this if you need a dairy substitute, or you can use white cheddar, provolone, whatever you like in your breakfast sandwich. But usually the cheeses, the non-dairy cheeses that I use are in the blocks, so you have to grate them or shred them yourself. So I do like this because it comes in the slice. See if we can open this. We'll do another drain of the turkey sausage, and then we'll turn them over. Thank you all so much for the ones and the twos and the roses and everything. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. We are at 21,000 likes. Thank you all so much. Oh, wow, it jumped up to 22. If you like these type of recipes, you can tap the screen and let us know. And this recipe, as well as all of my recipes and all the other Food Talk TV recipes, are at foodtalktv.com. Now I'm fighting for my life trying to get into this cheese wrapper. Oh, let's see. All right. I'm seeing a little bit of browning, and we like that. Browning gives you color. It gives you flavor. Well, obviously, it gives you color, but it gives you flavor too. So one thing about these cheeses, if you all want to try some of these cheeses, I'm going to be honest with you, it is an acquired taste. Manchego and Pecorino Romano's, it doesn't have a funk to it like a blue cheese, but it does have a little earthiness to it. I like it, especially with savory, but just letting you all know. And you will find these in the deli section in your grocery store. Okay, you're not going to find them in the back where like the Kraft cheese is. You're going to find them up front where the boar's head is. All right. Okay, looking good. Let's give these a turn. Please look okay. I'm gonna let it go a little bit longer. I like the sausage with a little bit of sear. Lourdes says Manchego is mild and nutty. Really one of your favorites. Great with wine. Absolutely. This is a great charcuterie board cheese. So if you all are feeling fancy, you can do a Manchego cheese if you like those more sophisticated flavors. Okay. So since this is ground turkey, we want to make sure it cooks all the way, and then we'll put a layer of cheese on top, and then we'll set it behind us, let it kind of melt, and then we're going to cook the egg, and then we're done. Oh, we got to make the hot honey. Okay, so here's the thing. You all saw the video. You're supposed to drizzle it with hot honey. I tried to order some sugar-free hot honey. I think we have the regular hot honey, but this is what I'm going to use. I have the zero sugar honey substitute, and then we're going to add some chili flake to it. All right, so these are going to be our two ingredients to make our own hot honey. And I think that's everything. Let's go ahead and, oh yeah, got a nice little sear on that one. Oh yeah. Okay. 2 of them look good. 2 of them are struggling. It's fine. All right, so we'll let it cook for a few minutes. We'll do a quick temperature check, put the cheese on there. Let's go ahead and make the hot honey so it's ready to drizzle. I don't have a recipe. We're just going to put some of this and some of this, stir it up, and taste it, okay? So, you can get this Amazon maybe. So this is Wholesome Young. This is zero sugar honey substitute. Or if you can have the real thing, have some for me. I could probably have the real thing. But if you're trying to be lower carb or watch some of that, just giving you all some substitutes. That's why I'm your substitute teacher. We're at 23,000 likes. Let's see if we can get to 25,000. That's a nice even number. Okay. So you've got our sugar-free honey. So you can adjust this to your liking. If you like it hot, you know what to do. All right. So I'm just going to do like, okay, that's kind of a lot. Let's stir it up. Hopefully we're not going to regret this. Okay. Oh my gosh, y'all. This. I should have opened the other side. Let's try. Oh, it's good. Wait for it. Okay. Okay. It comes through at the end. Oh, God. It's good, though. It's good. Loretta says, I got it all wrong. I know. Thank you, Mustard Queen, for the badges. We're at 24,500 likes. All right, y'all, let's temperature check this. And then I think I want to turn it off and put the cheese on there. I'm going to blot it one more time. All right. We figure it out as we go. Since this is turkey, I think we want it to be, like 165, just to make sure it's cooked all the way. Then we'll put the manchego on top. So just getting the liquid out. All right, let's get the temperature checker. And let's see how our turkey sausage is coming along. Make sure it's on Fahrenheit. Let's go to the darker ones. All right, 168. That one needs a little bit more. 171. All right, so these two need a little bit more. I'm just gonna flip them and let them keep cooking. See if we got a little bit more color. Move those to the side. So we're gonna take the ones that are a little bit darker, just to be safe. All right, Adelina's laughing, I know y'all. I'm telling you. Okay, so we're gonna put some cheese on here, and then I think I have my melting dome. It's somewhere. Oh well. I have like a little melting dome. That's fine. We'll just put a lid over it. Let me temperature check one more time. I'm going to call it. I'm just going to put the cheese on the others so we can go ahead and do the egg. And we'll move it behind me. It'll keep cooking. All right, so I'm going to try and separate them a little bit. So when I put the cheese on top, they can melt. Oh, we made it to 25,000 likes. Thank you all so much. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. So I did take this out of the fridge before we started, so it's a little bit pliable because it's going to be a stiffer cheese than your dairy milk. So just be mindful of that. It can be kind of stiff, just take it out maybe like 20 minutes before. Okay, so we're gonna let this melt. Let me put a lid on it and just set it behind us so our waffle is done. Okay, too small. Hold up. Oh. This is a skillet without a lid. I think I got one. Oh. Okay, so we're just gonna let this melt behind us. Those are the two we're gonna use in our sandwiches. All that's left is the egg. All right, so we have our sausage, our butternut squash. Hopefully I can fry an egg. Okay, yes. Let us, you know what? I think I'm gonna use the small one. Yes, I use the oven for storage. This way I can use the rim to kind of keep our egg contained because I struggle, it spreads all over the place. Not a bad thing. Okay, so we're good. Let's start getting everything ready together because we're gonna cook. You can cook your egg to your desired doneness. If you look at this, they have their yolk kind of runny. So again, if you're just coming in, sweet potato in the waffle maker, we use butternut squash, add some pecorino romano or Parmesan cheese to crisp it up. Then, once you have those, we have them behind us, they're done. Sausage with cheese, egg, a little everything but the bagel seasoning, and that struggle hot honey. Okay, turn this on. Let's do a little bit of butter. And we're just gonna fry an egg in here. Oh. And then we'll see if we can get a nice little cross section of our butternut squash waffle breakfast sando, as they call it. All right, so let that melt. Let's start moving everything away so we can take some nice pictures. And if this comes out nicely, again, y'all can make these and like meal prep them, wrap them up in foil or wax paper, freeze them, and then microwave or air fry them on your busy mornings. If you don't like to cook all the time, then you can make these in advance. All right, we're gonna go ahead and crack an egg in here. We're gonna use a whole egg. Or if you wanna keep it strictly vegan, you can use the pourable eggs or whatever you like. The egg in the carton, whatever works for you. All right. So I'm just gonna try and keep the yolk relatively contained. I don't know if you all like a runny yolk or a set yolk, but have it your way, Burger King. All right, what are we making tonight? All right, let me show you because this egg won't take long. We are making a butternut squash waffle breakfast sandwich. All right, we're about to move fast because it's time to Avengers Assemble. Sweet potato or butternut squash with pecorino romano cheese in the waffle maker. Get that nice and crispy. We did that. Then sausage, egg, and cheese. Everything but the bagel seasoning and hot honey. Hello, Anita. Thank you so much for being here. Let me turn this down a little bit. All right, sounds good? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do the everything but the bagel seasoning. Woo. On this. Let me turn it down a little bit. And we'll put the top on, just kind of let it set a little bit, but we're gonna try and get a little runny yolk. All right. Oh, but we need 2 of these. Not really, but we made 4 of our sweet potato bread. All right, so we're just gonna go in with a little bit, everything but the bagel seasoning. I'll put the top on there. It's like on a low. Eyeball it. All right, so let's get a plate. Let's see how our waffles came along. Still a little bit soft, but not bad. Oh, you love the skirt? Thank you, Mimi. I tried to do African American. I was born in Ghana, and I did the 50 photo shoot today. So I had lots of different outfits. I'll post them behind the scenes later if y'all want to see, but thank you. And I will be going to Ghana at the end of the month. If y'all want, you can come along, but I always bring y'all along on my travels. Everything is at teachablemomentswithmaggie.com. All right, let's get a plate, and I think we can start. Anita says, what brand of cookware are you using? This is the Tasty brand. This is Ozeri. And this Tasty brand came from Walmart a few, I don't know how long ago, but this is the Tasty brand. All right, I think I'm gonna take this out and we'll do one more. Let me just put it down low. Okay, let us assemble and then we'll cook one more because it's starting to get brown on the bottom, which is fine. If you're here for crispy edges, this is for you. All right, so we have a plate. You can see. We're gonna have one waffle. All right, let's get our melted turkey sausage. So our cheese melted under the lid. Okay, focus, Maggie. Try and get that on here. Tried to make them about the same size. Then we're gonna get our egg. Yeah. We're gonna do that hot honey on there in just a second. Let me go ahead and crack the other egg in here so we'll have two. All right, almost done. Okay, let's go ahead and do the other egg. Or you could do as many as you wanted to. Got a little dark on the bottom, but it'll be okay. I'm not gonna put any other butter. Trying to keep the yolk intact. And then we'll do the everything but the bagel seasoning. And just kind of let that cook. We'll put a lid on it. All right. Okay, let's see if we can drizzle some of that hot honey. This is what we have so far. Got some crispy edges and we got that still jiggly egg, if you like that. All right, my struggle, honey, but it's okay. All right, so this is my honey substitute. I almost lost it, y'all. Did you see that? Oh my gosh, that was gonna be bad. So she put some on the egg and then we're gonna put some more on top. I'm in Atlanta, yes, I am in Atlanta. And then let's put the top on. What else would you add to it? Avocado, I feel like it needs a vegetable. One down, let's check the other one. I'm gonna take a picture of them before I cut them in half. Because you know, once I cut it in half. All right. So let this one cook. Okay, so as we're winding down, this is the goal. Shima says, you look like a Burundian woman. Not sure who that is, but I was born in Ghana, a beautiful country in West Africa. I am African. Came to America when I was 1, so that's me. I'll be going back home to Ghana right after Christmas. So if you all like my travel content, I'll be sharing with you. If you want to travel with me, everything is at teachablemomentswithmaggie.com. But this is kente cloth. This is traditional for our people. Beautiful. kente cloth, every fabric means something different. So if you're familiar with like Scottish kilts or any of that stuff, very, very similar. All right, so come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I know it needs avocado, I know, right? But yeah, you all can make this your own. So this was the goal. We're gonna cut it in half and see if we have a beautiful sausage, egg, and cheese. So sweet potato or butternut squash in the waffle maker with pecorino romano cheese. Get it nice and crispy, which we did. I think I can take that off now. So we made 4 waffles. We used the Big Daddy that made 4 at once. Sausage with cheese, egg, everything but the bagel seasoning, hot honey, and then we're gonna put some more hot honey on there. Oh, and she put some more cheese on top too, and then we'll be done. All right, let's see how this, oof. I think I went a little long. Our yolk is a little bit, that's okay. Let me get the other plate. All right, so 1 to eat, doing the crispy side. Oh, the sausage. Grab that. I'm just gonna grab it by my hand. Hot! All right. Turkey sausage with manchego cheese. We're gonna get our egg. Our yolk is still kind of jiggly. Put that on top. All right. Let me move everything out of the way. I'm gonna drizzle with hot honey. Take some pictures. Cut into it. And then of course I'll take a bite for y'all. See how we like it. I'll put them both side by side. Let's move this. Okay. Let's go in with the struggle hot honey. This was the struggle hot honey that I made using my honey substitute and chili flake. Or you can just buy hot honey. If you want it nice and cool, add a little bit, it's beautiful. Add a little bit of avocado. Then we're gonna put the other one on here. I didn't get it perfectly round, but something tells me y'all would still eat it. All right, so let's see if we can put the 2 side by side. Then I'll move it back over here to cut it. So here are your turkey sausage, butternut squash, hot honey, sausage, egg, and cheese. What do y'all think? You like it? Looking good? Aw, thank you, Chantal. Okay. Oh, she drizzled some more honey on top. Let me just do the regular honey, because y'all know I'm struggling with my hot honey, and then dust it with a little pecorino romano. So I'm using the sugar-free honey substitute. I should have had it upside down. What is the honey substitute? This one is Wholesome Yum. If you want to get a screenshot, you can get it from Amazon. I think Chalk Zero makes a hot honey too. I ordered it, but it's not here yet. So we're just gonna put a little bit of honey and then dust it with a little bit of pecorino romano. And then we're gonna cut into it. Eventually. Oh, thank you, Diane. I appreciate that. Okay. Leave it upside down, y'all know. Let's go ahead and dust it first, and then we'll drizzle. So this is the cheese I'm using. You can use Parmesan. I'm using the Pecorino Romano, the sheep's milk cheese, because I need to avoid cow dairy. Do whatever works for you. And this is a nice little hack. The ingredients that you use in your food, yes, there's the sugar-free honey. That's what I'm here for. I'm your substitute teacher to give you all some substitutes. The ingredients that you use in your food, we use the Pecorino Romano inside the waffle. Save some as a garnish. See how that little dusting makes it look fancy? Like we know what we're doing? We do not. We figure it out as we go. All right, let's see if we can drizzle. There we go. Just pretend it's hot honey. We do have some hot honey in there. But yeah, this is a 0 sugar honey substitute. All right, let me get a picture and then we'll cut into it. All right, let me clean my hands because they're sticky. All right, and then I'll move one over, cut it in half and give you a nice little cross section, but I always get nervous. You know how it falls apart once you cut it. All right, not bad, y'all. I just feel like it needs a little green or something. The first time I make a recipe, I always try to make it exactly like they did. The second time, I'd probably add some green, maybe avocado or something to it. All right, so today we made the butternut squash waffle. This is butternut squash with pecorino romano, and this is sausage, egg, and cheese. We have turkey sausage with melted manchego cheese, a fried egg, so everything but the bagel seasoning, and drizzled with hot honey. All right, enjoy. Okay, so we did it. We did it, I think. So this was the goal. This is what we made. All right, we're gonna cut into it. Looks great, thank you. All right, now I'm gonna get a cutting board and cut it in half. I'm nervous. All right, let's move the small one over. Let's get a serrated knife, so hopefully it'll cut kind of clean. And something like this, you could meal prep in advance. Ooh, it's sticky. You ready? 1, 2, 3. What do we think? I think it looks good. All right, so let me take, I already did my picture. I don't think I want to do another one because it's kind of messy, but I'm going to take a bite for you and see how we like it. Y'all, this tastes like chicken and waffles. It tastes like chicken and waffles, and I'm telling you, this is butternut squash. It's sweet, it's caramelized, it's like, you know when you get a sweet potato fry and it's like crispy on the outside and it's got that like, y'all know what I'm talking about. If you were worried about the cheese, it doesn't taste cheesy, it just gives it a crunch. 9.9 out of 10. It's excellent. Some cool avocado in there would be delightful. Y'all would eat that. Yeah. And that's something that you could wrap in like wax paper or foil, freeze it or refrigerate it, microwave it the next day. Breakfast is done for the week. All right, everybody. That was today's stream. We made it to 28,000 likes. Let's see if we can close out at 30,000. Again, I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. Today's class was a sweet potato waffle, but I substituted butternut squash. You can put that in there. Oh, not that one. Put that in there with your cheese of choice. And then we did sausage, egg, and cheese. Happy dance. What are you making today? This is what we made today. Looks good? Thank you all so much. I think you would really like it. So again, you can find me, Maggie, the substitute teacher, on all platforms, same name. I make food and femininity content. My cooking content is with you all here on Food Talk TV, Fridays, 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central. You can find me on Saturdays at 5. So tomorrow we're going to be talking about the finishing school. If you're interested, we do have a 50% off Black Friday sale for any ladies who are interested in femininity, elegance, and etiquette. Lucy and I have been teaching 6 sessions over 3 years. Our last one is coming up, and then we're going to take a hiatus because this is a milestone year for me. I turned 50 tomorrow, and I am so happy. I am now a golden girl, and I want to take some time to really enjoy that with Mr. President. And so we're going to take a hiatus from our courses. So if you've been interested in taking any of our classes, private classes, go to teachablemoments.maggie.com. The coupon code is final sale, and it's only good for this weekend. Other than that, I guess I will see you all next week. Make sure you're subscribed. We made it to 30,000. All right. Thank you all so much. And the recipe is on foodtalktv.com. All right. Thank you all so much for the likes. Thank you all so much for everything. Bye. All right, everybody. Here I come. Let me see what y'all are saying here. And then I'm going to clean up. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, avocado would be so good. Thank you, Cognizance. Ooh, you would add yellow tomato. Yeah, messy sando sandwich. Yeah, I'm telling you, y'all would eat that. Look at that. Look at that. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of sugar-free, dairy-free, and gluten-free. I did cook the egg in a little bit of butter, but it's healthy. It's turkey sausage. It's manchego cheese, butternut squash waffle or sweet potato waffle if you're gluten-free or trying to be lower carb. Thank you. Looks great. Thank you, Erin Laura. Thank you, sweetheart. One of my day ones. I saw you in here with your membership comment. She says the U.S. cooking cleanup flavor. You are too kind. Y'all know I mess up all the time, but thank you. I appreciate it, Erin Laura. You like a runny yolk? Oh, I didn't get the yolk. Shoot, I forgot that. I didn't cut into the yolk. That was the other thing. The yolk was all on this half. Let me cut it for you. Oops. No wonder my cross section. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Uh-huh. My egg was off center. My egg was off center. There you go. There you go. Let me get a taste for you of the runny yolk. Mmm. Mmm. Mm-mm-mm. Telling you. And that hot honey. Y'all would eat that. It's sweet and savory. It tastes like chicken and waffles. So good. Thank you for reminding me about the yolk. Erin Laura says, I believe in your egg frying abilities. Thank you, sweetheart. You've come a long way. Some of y'all have been here when I've had food explode. We've been through a lot together, y'all. We've been through a lot together. Thank you so much. Erin Laura has been rocking with me for 41 months. Oh my gosh, almost 4 years. Thank you, sweetheart. You're not a doctor. Nope, neither am I. Oh. Add some milk if it's spicy. Absolutely spicy Friday. Sounds good. Erin Laura says, I love Pecorino Romano. You use it when Parmigiano is pricier or not available. Yes, absolutely. This is what we use. You find the taste similar to Pecorino being a little saltier. Excuse me. Yeah, that's why I didn't need to salt it. There's salt in the cheese. It's good. Oh, thank you so much, y'all. So if you want to see, let's see if they're in here. I'll show you all a little bit behind the scenes if they're here. I don't know. Show you all a little bit behind the scenes of my photo shoot today. But yeah, tomorrow's a big day, y'all, and I'm feeling good. You know, some women have a meltdown as they get older. I'm ready for 50. I cannot believe it. I'm ready for 50. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. So grateful. So much to be grateful for. All right, everybody. I think that's it. Yeah, y'all know this is not me usually, but we did something a little, I wanted to look like myself, but look a little bit polished. But thank you so much. We missed you too. And good luck with your test. Hello, Bert. Hello, Vonnie. Hello, Wanna Be Natural. Thank you all so much. All right, everybody. Could you use baby food puree? You probably could if the ingredient is just butternut squash. This is what I used, but I added some water. I had to take some water out of it. And the ingredients here, it's just butternut squash. So just be careful, but there's only one way to know. You could try it. Absolutely. Erin Laura's liking it. All right, everybody. So done for tonight. I will see you all tomorrow. Lucy and I are not going to be doing relationship content, but you're welcome to join us. It'll be like a birthday celebration / Black Friday sale. We're going to talk about the finishing school. We're going to talk about what we've done, all of our courses behind the scenes, why we're taking a hiatus, just all the things, answer some questions, and yeah, get ready for 2026. So again, thank you all so much for being here as always. And I will see you all tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern with Lucy. You can set your reminders. It's everywhere. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and I will see you all tomorrow. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. I'm so thankful for you all. All right. Bye.